They only cost $2. The second reason, they're easily portable, so I can take them wherever I want to go and I can do this exact workout from anywhere. And the third reason is there are multiple exercise variations you can do with the mini band to target and hit your glutes from every angle possible. For the mini band glute workout, you're going to do 8 exercises, and each exercise you're going to perform 20 reps for 3 sets. There's 2 ways you can do the workout. The first way you can do the workout is to perform all 8 exercises in a circuit. So I perform 20 reps of the first exercise and then move on to the second one, 20 reps, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Or I can do the first exercise for 3 sets of 20, resting a little bit in between each set, then move on to the second, then move on to the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way until you finish each exercise. Mini band glute bridge. For this exercise, I'm going to place the mini band right around the bottom of my kneecaps. From there, I'm going to have my feet shoulder width apart, my hands are out to the side, and I'm going to perform a glute bridge. So glute bridge, we drive up squeezing the glutes, and then we come back down. Drive up squeezing the glutes, and then we come back down. The mini band is going to place some force on the outside of our knees, allowing us to activate our outer glutes, our glute med and glute min a little bit more. So as I come up for my glute bridge, I'm going to drive my knees wide. So I go up 1 rep, come down. Up, drive the knees wide, 2, come down. Up, drive the knees wide, 3, come down until I get to 20. The mini band squat, this is an excellent exercise to teach us how to use our glutes a little bit more when squatting. To do this exercise, you're going to get in your regular squat stance. So I like to tell my clients to have their feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, rotate the toes out anywhere from 15 to 30 degrees, and then from here, I'm going to lower into my squat while really trying to drive the knees wide, getting my glutes to activate. So I'm going down, drive the knees nice and wide, I come up, big squeeze at the top of the movement in my glutes. Down, drive the knees wide, up, big squeeze at the top. Notice as I'm lowering, I'm taking my time and really trying to get my glutes to work and drive that band as wide as possible. So I'm not just dropping down into my squat, I'm lowering, pushing the band apart, coming up for a big squeeze. From a side angle view, stance is the exact same. You want to lower as deep as you can into the squat, so I'm going deep down, and then I come up, big squeeze at the top of the movement in my glutes. Lower, drive the band wide, come up, big squeeze at the top. For kneeling external rotations, again, I'm going to place that mini band around the bottom of my knees. From here, I'm going onto all fours. I'm going to make sure that my back is nice and straight, and then I'm rotating my knee up and out to the side. So I'm not going straight up to the side, I'm going up and a little bit back. So from here, the exercise looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 20. Okay, same thing from a front angle view. I'm going to be down. I'll use the left leg this time and watch how the knee comes up, but it also comes back a little bit as well. So it's up and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. One thing you want to make sure of when you're doing this exercise is that you're not hiked up through your lower back. So just stay nice and low. Try and keep the spine neutral, not too much of a tilt, and just let your knee and your hip do the work as you're coming up. Try and do this one in a repetitive motion, so it's not 1, pause, 2. You're always keeping that glute under tension, so it's more like 1, 2, 3, 4, until you get to 20. For mini band glute kickbacks, I'm going to start by placing that mini band right around my ankles. From here, I'm going to stand and use a little bit of support. I want to stay nice and tall, and I'm going to kick my leg back at a 45-degree angle. So my one leg is planted, this is the glute that I'm working, I got my anchor, and from here we're kicking up and out. I'm trying to get as high and as far as I can with each rep. From another view, you're going to be here, my one leg pointing straight, 45 degrees, I want to point that toe out, and I'm going to kick back up and high. It's okay to have a slight lean forward in your torso as you do it to keep your lower back straight. And the other thing you want to pay attention to is always keep that leg under tension. So it's not 1, 2, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, trying to squeeze the glute with each rep. For mini band donkey kicks, I'm going to take the mini band and I'm going to place it right around my feet. From here, I'm going to get down into all fours, and I'm going to use my one leg that's got the band, and I'm going to kick straight back as if something were behind me. So it's a little kick, straight, and I'm squeezing my glute. Bring it in. 2, 3, 4. You want to try and make sure you're fully extending that leg as you go back, and you should feel a nice deep squeeze in that glute as you're doing the donkey kick. Push and come back. Push and come back. When you do this exercise, try and make sure that you're not arching through your lower back as you do it, and also make sure to kick that leg straight back with each rep. The mini band monster walk, I'm going to take that mini band and I'm going to place it right above my ankles. From here, I'm going to stand with my feet shoulder width apart. I want to point my toes in at around a 5-10 degree angle. So I don't want to be dead straight pointing my toes to 12 o'clock. I want to bring them in just a little bit like so. I want to try and keep my toes at this angle throughout the entire movement, and then I'm thinking of sliding my leg. So my leg comes out and I'm sliding it to step over to the side. So slide and then slide back. Slide and slide back. I'm a little bit picky when I'm getting people to do this exercise, so I find that with a lot of people, they'll step and then step back. You're taking tension out of the band as you do that. We want to try and keep the tension as high and as constant as possible. The other thing you don't want to see with this exercise is where people are compensating through their lower back. So as they step, they're rocking their hips out. Your hips should stay level the entire time. That is why I keep my hands on my hips and they stay level as I'm sliding back and forth for the entire day. Sideline leg raises, I'm going to place the mini band right around my ankles. I want to point my toe in just slightly, so I don't have my foot straight up, and I definitely don't want my toe pointing out. I'm going to point it down from here. I'm kicking my leg up and back at about a 10 degree angle. So I'm not coming straight up with it. Notice how I go back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do 20 on one side and then switch and do my 20 on the other side. Plank, I'm going to start by placing the band around my ankles. From here, I'm going to get into a plank position and I'm going to keep my feet shoulder width apart. So here's my plank, feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to step to one side and step back. That counts as 1 rep. I'm going to go try and get my 20, 2, 3, 4, making sure to feel that burn in your glutes each time you step that leg out. From a side angle view, same thing. One thing you want to make sure of when you're doing this exercise is you don't let your butt hike up in the air. So you got to keep your butt down, okay? And then it's step, 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 2, step, 3, until I get my 20 reps in.